He is Dan Dolan, the head coach of David Women's Soccer, joining us today. David Women's Soccer getting back in the swing of things last weekend against St. Rose. Dan, we thank you for your time. And to start off, how are you doing today?
I'm fantastic. How are you, Joe?
I'm doing well. Thanks for asking. It seems that the David Women's Soccer fan base is excited. We have 5 more games to go, including this Saturday against Roberts Wesleyan. But last weekend against St. Rose, and we'll get into the game in just a moment, Dan. But that was the first game for the program in 491 days. It must have felt pretty good to get back into the swing of things. Would you agree?
Yeah, I think it's something we've been looking forward to for a long time. Obviously, we wanted to try to get back in the fall, but the way the world was, we couldn't do that. So, we were obviously super excited to get going, and there's nothing better than a college soccer game. So it was a lot of fun.
I guess what have been maybe the emotions from yourself, the coaching staff, and even the players the past few weeks here of preparing for that first game and just knowing that there are games now finally on the calendar for you guys?
Yeah, just excited. There's many programs that aren't able to play right now, so I think it's a lot of excitement and gratitude of for everything athletics has done to make sure that we have a season along with the other sports. So just very grateful that we get to play.
So that first game against the Golden Knights, a 2-0 loss last Saturday at Carter Field at Park School on Saturday. It was actually a rematch of the NCAA tournament game for this women's team, which was back in November of 2019. It was scoreless until the 28th minute when they scored, and it was pretty much a 1-0 game from there on out until they scored, I believe, within the last 10 minutes of the contest. But I guess what were your thoughts, Dan, and how your team played last Saturday?
I thought we played really well. With the circumstances, obviously, not being able to play for a while, no preseason games, it's your first game. You can't replicate what St. Rose is going to do. You can't really prepare for them in practice. I mean, it's just a whole nother speed and athleticism. But we tried our best. I thought defensively we played very well. Their first goal, there was actually a push for the goal. I kind of said something to the referee. She didn't see it, obviously. And then, in the video, it's there. It's pretty blatant. But that's going to happen. Hopefully those things equal out at the end of the season. And then their second goal was, a phenomenal strike, a screamer to the side of the net. Tori just couldn't reach it. But they had a couple other chances. Tori made a couple really good saves to bail us out. But I thought overall defensively we did really well. On the attack, we have things that we've got to really clean up and work at. And so that's what we're doing this week.
You mentioned about Tori Delapi did making the start for Damon last weekend. 7 saves, 4 in the first half alone. Only her 3rd career start as well with Damon. I guess what were your thoughts on her coming in, stepping in tonight, and really, like you mentioned a moment ago, just really carrying down the defensive side of the field for Damon for most of the game?
Yeah, I thought Tori played great. She came up big when we needed her. She made a couple stops, mostly in the first half. On a couple breaks that they had, she came out, owned the net, got real big. I thought she did a fantastic job. But that's what we expect out of Tori. Ever since she came in a couple of years ago, there's been, some big expectations on her, and she's just filled her shoes real well.
So the season will continue for your team, Dan, this Saturday against the rival Roberts Wesleyan at 4 p.m. The last time, another fun fact, was a double overtime scoreless tie back in October 26, 2019, in the first scoreless tie in the rivalry. I guess going into learning what you guys learned against Rose last weekend and going into this game, what can we expect from Damon this weekend?
Yeah, that game stands out big time because if we had won that game, we would have made the ECC playoffs. That game, I thought we played really well. We just couldn't score. We struggled scoring, which is something that we didn't struggle at all that year. But every game we play against Roberts is is a highly contested game, and they're always close. Neither team has ever blown anyone out, and I expect more of the same. You know, it's a nice friendly rivalry that we have with Roberts. It's always a close game. It's always evenly matched. I expect nothing less than a really good game on Saturday.
And so we'll find out Saturday, 4 o'clock in Rochester. Demon and Roberts Wesleyan. That is Dan Dolan, Demon women's soccer coach. Dan, thank you for your time and have a safe trip on Saturday. Okay.
All right, great. Thanks, Joe.